Hello everyone, and welcome to this morning meditation. And one of the possibilities that can come from meditation is being refreshed. And one of the great refreshments is becoming simple, the simplicity of being. And one of the values of developing samadhi with the inconstant changing nature of experience is how it's endlessly refreshing. It simplifies so much in the mind to just be. And as we stay with the changing nature of the present moment experience, resting in it, trusting it, relaxing with it, we start seeing how it's the thinking mind that more often than not keeps us in the old groove, keeps us in the old familiar thought patterns that sometimes can be debilitating, undermining us. And to step out of the normal stream of thoughts and thinking into this different stream of direct experience, direct sensations, and develop the samadhi of change, samadhi of inconstancy, samadhi of the changing nature of the present moment is one way to be refreshed, one way to appreciate a simplicity of being, simplicity of mind, simplicity of thinking, no longer needing to interpret, no longer needing to judge and evaluate, no longer a need to remember or plan or fantasize. That for the duration of the meditation, allowing oneself a simplicity of being with direct experience. And that samadhi of change is one of the places to experience that is with the changing sensations of breathing. So to assume a meditation posture, and in the meditation posture, I find it helpful sometimes to view it, feel it as kind of a temple. And I'm entering a sacred sanctum, sacred space, a sacred grove of trees, someplace that's special, by assuming this posture. And to gently close the eyes and to feel whatever is familiar about being in your meditation posture. Maybe making small adjustments in the posture to be a little bit more comfortable. And then to take a few fuller breaths, where the in-breath is a time to feel more fully your torso. And the exhale a time to relax, settle. And letting your breathing return to normal. But still, stay close to the rhythm of breathing in and breathing out. And as you breathe in, feel the muscles of your face. And as you breathe out, soften in the face. As if your muscles of the face can fall away from the skull. As if the rhythm of breathing in and breathing out is a bit of massage for the face, through feeling and relaxing. Breathing in and feeling the shoulders. Exhaling and softening the shoulders. With a gentle rhythm of breathing, is there to help you connect to your shoulders. Relax your shoulders. And then doing the same with your belly. And if the belly moves as you breathe, feel the belly as you inhale, releasing the belly as you exhale. Staying close to that rhythm, alternation of breathing in and breathing out. And on the inhale, become aware of whatever sensations are associated with your thinking mind. Maybe energy, activation, a little contraction or pressure. Maybe you think from a particular location where there's some subtle sensations of a gathering, coalescing of, and as you exhale, to relax the thinking mind. And then to relax into the body breathing. Wherever you feel you're breathing in the body, wherever it's easiest for your body itself to experience the sensations, the rhythm of breathing. Relax into that place. And maybe at the beginning of the inhale, the end of the exhale, there's the gathering place for attention, awareness. As you breathe in and breathe out, orient your mind towards the breathing, almost like from the back of the mind, back of the skull. You establish a direct line, like the light of a lighthouse, that touches down on the physical experience of the body breathing. As you inhale, receive the sensations of inhaling. As you exhale, allow the sensations of exhale to come and float away. Like gentle waves washing up on the sand beach and receding. This constant movement and change of breathing in the body. And you might notice how thinking can pull you away from that into old habits of thinking, into the repetition of familiar themes and ideas and feelings. For now, return to breathing. Reorient yourself to the radical simplicity of the rhythm of sensations coming and going as you breathe. Like the sand that continuously feels the movement of the waves coming and going, in shallow water by the beach. Your body continuously feeling, sensing the changing nature, and the mind becoming simple, quiet, as it enters the samadhi of breathing. relaxing the mind, letting go of the complexity of thinking in favor of the simplicity of the body breathing, letting that be a vacation, a sacred Sabbath from all the thinking that you normally do. The simplicity of breathing. With a little bit of simplicity, maybe there can be a little bit of samadhi of simplicity, samadhi of simple breathing, a gathering, a settling together with breathing at the center of all things, a center which shifts and changes and oscillates, moves gently in the body. And awareness receives it. Awareness doesn't go out to find or search, but settles back and receives the experience of breathing. And then as we come to the end of the sitting, with your eyes still closed, imagine gazing upon the world with a receptive gaze, where the world, experience of the world, comes to you. You don't have to search. You don't have to do the looking, but allowing the world to come into sight. And imagine that you can do that with the people of your lives. And as they come into view, as they appear in the mind, in your memory, to appreciate the simplicity of seeing that wants nothing, searches for nothing. A seeing which is receptive and fresh. And in that receptivity, that freshness, to wish simplicity of being, freshness, joy, safety and peace to others as you experience for yourself. May it be that how we learn to be in meditation, the simplicity, the peace, the non-assertiveness, the care, helps us to go out into the world, to care for the world itself. May all beings be happy. May all beings be safe. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be free. Thank you. Hello and welcome to this continued series on insight. And today I want to emphasize that insight, I think of insight in this insight meditation as being more like revelation than it is as searching, as it is straining to see and understand something. It's a understanding, it's a seeing that reveals itself to us, that we're not searching for something, we're allowing something to show itself to us. But we're preparing ourselves to be good recipients of this, what gets shown to us. And so practicing samadhi, quieting the mind, getting focused and still, cultivating a simplicity of being with our experience, so that the mind is not jumping around so much, but the mind settles down, the mind gets steady and quiet. And then the insight of insight meditation, again, is not a searching. It can arise out of the real radical simplicity. And all the insight that you need in a deep way can come from resting experience with the breathing. And one of the primary insights that we're looking for, or waiting for, or allowing for in insight meditation is that of inconstancy, change, impermanence, how things are constantly arising and disappearing, appearing and disappearing. And that insight, that revealing of change, can happen completely with the breathing. All that you need to see and change and impermanence and constancy can be experienced first and foremost in the changing experience of breathing. And the advantage of this is the breathing is relatively simple. The advantage of this is the breathing is sitting in meditation is the largest movement, the biggest generally the biggest changing sensations that we experience. And so we don't have to go searching for it. It's there for us to experience generally. Sometimes breathing is counterindicated when people get maybe too anxious around the breath, or it's too awakens difficult emotions. Or sometimes the breathing gets very, very subtle. But generally, in insight meditation, the way I was taught, was having the central focus be on breathing. And I found that really beneficial to help with the simplicity of the practice. That I wasn't looking around for things to have insight about. I wasn't looking to have insight. We talk about the insight into impermanence, change, and constancy, but the idea is not to go looking for that so much, but to relax and open to receive it, to let it find you rather than you find it. And it will find you if the thinking mind is not predominating. If we're not seeing the world through our thoughts, if we're not, the only part of the world we're seeing is thinking, we're inhabiting our thoughts, living in our thoughts, consumed with our thoughts, making up worlds with our thoughts. If that whole movement can be quiet for a while, and we step out of the stream of thoughts, this constant stream of thinking all the time, and step out of that stream and into this other stream, the river of change within us. And today I'm emphasizing the breathing to help with that simplicity of being, and to gather ourselves, orient ourselves, not just around the breathing, but allowing ourselves to take in all the sensations of breathing that come and go. It might simply be recognizing the coming and going of in-breath and out-breath. It might be seeing the individual sensations that occur even within an in-breath or within an out-breath. And in doing that, one of the advantages is we can see how much we disconnect from that, and we return to the old habit of thinking. And thinking is a leading cause of all kinds of psychological challenges. Depression can come from a lot of rumination. Thinking about oneself a lot is said to be one of the leading causes for all kinds of psychological challenges. Because if we're thinking about ourselves all the time, we're repeating, usually often, challenging thoughts, debilitating thoughts, undermining thoughts, and or an attitude that is not so healthy often, with excessive self-preoccupation. And so to get refreshed, willingly to be refreshed, or to trustingly that it's okay to put that aside, it's okay not to be thinking so much about oneself, thinking so much about reality, thinking so much about our desires. Not only is it okay, but over time we begin appreciating that it's really refreshing, it's really healthy, it's really beneficial to keep coming back to the direct experience in the body and, with breathing and the rhythm. And it's easier for the mind to get focused, to get centered, if there's actually a subtle movement in the focus of attention. It's almost restful for the eyes, restful for the mind, to follow a simple, ordinary movement that comes and goes, that arises and passes, or that flows peacefully through us. And so, as I many times say, that it's like sitting in the riverbank and watching a river go by, or sitting at the beach and watching the waves come up on the shore and down. And I can do that for long periods of time. It's something very refreshing and nice and renewing to watch the very simple rhythm of something coming and going. And so to ride that, to surf on the movements of the breathing, to receive it, to let it wash over you, and let enter into the samadhi of breathing. And as an alternative to the kind of unhealthy samadhi of thinking, where we get absorbed in the world of thinking. And for some of us, the level of concentration we need to be with the breathing is comparable, or maybe the same, as the absorption, the concentration we have for our thoughts. There's a phenomenal kind of zeroing in, focus on thinking, which many people have at some point in their life. And we're learning what to do here is to kind of turn that around. So rather than a straining samadhi, straining focus on thinking, there can be now a wholehearted, relaxed focus on the breathing. And in having insight around the changing nature of breathing, to not be looking to have insight, but cultivating a receptivity, cultivating a simplicity, cultivating just an allowing of experience to be seen carefully, and until really the magic of insight reveals itself to you. That you can certainly sometimes see inconstancy and change, but to the magic of it is when it really begins to being absorbed with it, or settled on it, or it begins to be compelling, and you're right there with it in a delightful way. And some of the qualities of samadhi, some of the jhanic factors of joy and happiness, can arise with this receptive, open, entering into the world of change and changing nature of the breathing. So the same thing can happen in daily life, where we discover the delight, the joy, the benefit, the refreshment of stepping out of our thoughts in daily life and being here for the simplicity of our experience here and now. The richness of it. It might be more boring than reading a great novel or watching a great movie, but there's the art of meditation is to teach us that it's wondrous to be alive, to be present, to be conscious, and to be here connected in a three-dimensional way or multi-dimensional way with our present moment reality, rather than in the two dimensions or one dimensions of mental preoccupation. So insight as a form of revelation. So thank you, and may the world of change, moment by moment, be refreshing for you.